Hello, beautiful lady. Yes, I am talking to you. It is Thursday, and you know what goes down here on Thursday. Wife Life with Dr. Gail goes down here on Thursday. So do me a huge favor. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button and the little bell right next to it so you'll know when I go live.
We're bringing sexy back. We're bringing sexy back.
Let's get it started. Harder, won't you give it up?
I am talking to the men who follow me on this channel tonight, and I'm talking about menopause and sex and why your wife might be tripping. Let me just tell you, I get told all the time, Dr. Gail, my wife is tripping. She's not wanting to have sex with me. I don't know what's going on with her. Like every time I try to touch her, she says she's hot. Get off of me. Let me just tell you, husbands who are watching this channel, she is in menopause, okay? Unless it is something totally different going on with her body. If she's in her 20s or whatever, that is a red flag. She needs to go see her doctor. But let me just tell you, most menopausal women start from the age of 45 to 55. That is the main bracket where most women begin to go into menopause. Now, circumstances where women can go into menopause a lot earlier, yes, if they have some kind of fibroids, if they have had hysterectomy, if there's been trauma, any of those kind of things can lead a woman to go into menopause a lot earlier. But for the most part, most women start to transition into menopause between the ages of 45 to 55. And usually menopause lasts for most women, again, everybody's a little different, for 7 years, but it can go as long as 14 years. Now, don't click off on me now because you're like, oh my God, my wife can be in menopause for 14 years. The answer is yes, but there's hope, because you don't have to suffer anymore as their husband, and we don't have to suffer anymore as women. There is so many different things out there that can help us through this transition. And let me just tell you, men who are watching this, you go through a male menopause as well, and I'll do another video on that. But what can aid and send a woman into menopause a lot earlier? It could be smoking. It could be a history that her mother and her, grandmother and then went into menopause a lot earlier as well. And it has to do with your race as well. There's a lot of factors that go on when it comes to the age differences when women go into menopause, okay? So what are the signs that your wife might be in menopause? First thing is that she has irregular cycles. She has extreme vaginal dryness all of a sudden. She has hot flashes like I do. She has night sweats. She wakes up in the middle of the night, or she wakes up and your sheets are a little bit damp. She has a problem falling asleep or staying asleep. She has dramatic mood changes and mood swings. Like 1 minute she is so happy and the next minute she's down and she's crying and she can't even articulate to you what is going on. She might have some fluctuation in her weight, and that plays on a woman's self-esteem. I don't care how thin she was. If she puts on 5 or 10 pounds, to her, she looks like she is an elephant. And I'm just telling you, all of these things are real to women, okay? And you as her husband, I'm going to give you some tools and strategy to be able to support her through this. Is this an easy transition for most women? The answer is no, because a lot of times we don't even know what's going on with our own bodies. We don't know that life is happening. And then we have all these other different stressors that are going on in our life as well. And so it's just compounded. And sometimes we feel like we're in this hopeless thing. In the interim, we can, and a lot of us do, push you away when it comes to sex, right? And so that's the reason why I named this Sex and Menopause, Why Your Wife Might Be Tripping, because I want to give you a glimpse inside of what is going on with your wife and how you can support her and help her through this. Can you have an amazing sex life through this journey? Absolutely you can, but you need to understand what is going on with her body as well. So the first thing that you can do to give her some support and help her through this rough spot is embrace where she is. embrace where she is and seek knowledge about menopause, not only for you, but to help her to understand what is going on, and also not be so stuck on give me sex, give me sex, give me sex, give me sex. Why aren't you giving me sex? Focus in on and embrace where she is, and just know that she can come out of this, and you guys can come out of this together as a couple. So embrace where she is and seek knowledge about the transition that is going on in your wife's life. Number 2, give her a little space and some grace, okay? Because again, it's a lot going on, not just with her physically, but with her mentally. So give her some space and give her a little grace, okay? Number 3, practice and focus in on intimacy. All the little things that are important to women, like holding her hand, telling her how beautiful she is, kissing her, embracing her, cuddling with her, not just wanting to go straight to sex, right? But focus in on the intimacy, because again, for us, sex is 90% mental and only 10% physical. And if she is not feeling mentally connected to you, and she has a lot of things going on with her body, trust and believe me, it's going to be very hard for her to get in the mood. Work on the things that you can do outside of the bedroom with being understanding, educating yourself, giving her some grace, giving her some space, right? And encouraging her. And the last thing I want to say is make sure that you support her and encourage her to go see your doctor or her GYN, because again, we no longer as women have to suffer. There are so many objects and obstacles and so many different things out there that we can partake of going through this natural transition of life. So therefore, there's pills, there's patches, there's natural remedies out there. There's so many things at our disposal. So that's the reason why I said educate yourself and support her, but encourage her and even go with her to the doctor so you can understand a little bit better more about menopause and what your wife is going through. And also make sure that you stay in touch with her. And what do I mean by that? Offer to give her a sensual massage. Offer to do some of the domestic work that she normally does, right? Because again, it's a lot going on with her mentally. And if she can process and see that you're on this journey with her and that you are not on a whole different planet from her, let me just tell you, she would appreciate that, and she is going to show up for you sexually, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Again, I love you guys to pieces. I hope and pray that this teaching was helpful to you. I am here every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you next week.